Hi, in this session on deviation from social norms, we'll have a look at some of the different exam skills that you'll need throughout this topic. Let's get stuck in straight away with the task. Read the question below. So outline what is meant by deviation from social norms, use an example in your answer, and that's worth 3 marks. So read the question again, and you'll see on the screen there's 2 candidate answers, candidate A, candidate B. For this task, you should read the candidate answers and estimate what mark out of 3 that these candidates should be awarded. So pause the video for a few minutes while you tackle this. If someone's working at home with you, then you could compare marks afterwards. So now that you've had to go at that, what we can do is have a look at the mark scheme, which is what you're going to need whenever you self-assess your answers, peer assess your friends, and so on. So for this question, we're going to award 1 mark if the candidate explained deviation from social norms. We'll award 1 mark more if the candidate offered a suitable example of someone deviating from social norms. And we'll award the 3rd mark if there's some elaboration within the answer somewhere that demonstrates an understanding of deviation of social norms. Now, if you want to change your marks, now that you've seen the mark scheme, you can. But this exemplifies how important mark schemes are for your own work. Knowing the criteria for success makes it much easier to decide if something is a good answer or it's not. Candidate A would be awarded 3 out of 3. So 1 mark would be given for the explanation, which you can see highlighted. Another mark would be given for the example, which is both suitable and relevant. And the final mark would be given because there is some elaboration offered. Candidate B, on the other hand, would earn just 1 mark. The 1 mark here is for the opening sentence. Now, this isn't a great explanation, but it's enough for the mark. But you can see, or hopefully you spotted, that there's no elaboration whatsoever. So the example in this answer is also not credit-worthy because it focuses on what is normal rather than what is deviating from the norm. So a really important exam tip there. Let's try that again with a different question. Pause the video for another 5 minutes whilst you read the question, the candidate answers, and again, estimate what mark you would give each candidate out of 3. Now, in questions like these, the emphasis could be on the quality of elaboration offered. So for this question and this mark scheme, the candidate will get 1 for identifying a limitation, and the other 2 marks are really going to depend on how elaborate the candidate has gone into their answer. So let's see if your marking was accurate. Candidate B, we'll start with candidate B this time, would be awarded 3 out of 3. Firstly, the limitation is clearly stated, as you can see highlighted on the screen, and the rest of the answer that follows is all elaboration, it's all accurate, and it's all relevant as well. So an easy 3 out of 3 for candidate B. Candidate A would earn just 1 mark, and that's for the identification of a limitation. However, the 2 remaining marks are missed because this candidate has missed the opportunity to elaborate on the limitation.